Dun, 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 dun. Shh. Hey, everybody, welcome to another installment of TPIM. That's our live from a Missouri studio, broadcasting to the world. I'm your host, True Powers Mine, and today's date, April 4th, 2019, the year of our Lord. You know, I got a lot of feedback. Those of you who who watched the show yesterday with me or was participating in the show and possibly watched playback, you saw me literally make this picture right in front of your eyes. I posted, just for laughs and kicks, and it kind of gotten good results. I'm not really shocked. But now I want to talk about, the studio audience is fired up today. Oh my gosh. But at any rate, I want to discuss what's going on. Let's talk about it. I got some wonderful news, guys. I have to make a phone call later on today, actually, but I really don't want to almost say her name. But I might be getting a famous jazz musician. What's up, brother Nick? Uh-oh, what's happening here? This is weird. I better hold on. Let me do a mic check. This is kind of weird. I heard it like a little sound in my. Let me take off my headphones. And I turn on the speakers. Make sure they're on. Hopefully you can hear me. I was just about ready to say I have a jazz, potentially a jazz legend coming on the show later on this month. Guys and gals, it's one. Okay, the good news is the show is growing tremendously. The bad news is the world could be imploding as we speak. So it's like good and bad, the yin and the yang thing. I just have to. What is that, Chip? Where's Chip at? Oh, okay. Chinese mystery at Mars. Growing scrutiny. Security, rather, concerns lady in malware. Mar-a-Lago. Looks like gasoline is going to go up. Hold on, let me get this. Let me get this on. I'm like all over the place. People are like, "Where's he at?" Okay, let's see the other side. Okay, so I can cheat her out this side. Oh, there's my picture. No, there's. It is kind of cool to have this type of real-time capability, though. You can see this shit over here, and then have it manipulated before it's even said and done. We couldn't do this no time before in human history. That's why I said, Brother Nick and others, this is a wonderful time to be alive. As long as you're using your thoughts correctly. All right? Defined as the voice of his Coke Cobain? I don't think so. I mean, it might be a little too early to try to glorify old dude. It truly might. Look at this. Look at the capital city of Venezuela. This is just sad. Let's check it out, folks. Come on, let's go on a journey into chaos and devastation. Aw. Shogun, what's up? Good morning. Glad you could make it. Look at this. We're going through pictures of Venezuela right now in the capital city. Oh boy, nobody's stopping him. He's got to do his thing. This is so sad. Look at the garbage. I mean, if nothing else, grab this stuff all up and burn it, you know? Get a little heat. Look at this. The streets are immaculately clean. Yikes. Look at all those watches and shoes. Are those smartphones or whatever? Yeah, smartphones and shoes or flip-flops. Look at that. Hey, CDR, bro, what's up? Plane collapse. You know it, brother. You know it. Look at this, man. I just can imagine some sort of billboard or tapestry here. And then you see old boy in the background. Look at these little shops. You know? This is the guy. Hold on. Remember the other day when I was on the show and I was talking about walking through the streets and you can smell feces and all this? This is what this guy right here, if you make sure you guys can see him. Well, kind of guy right there, if you could follow that, but probably not on your, you can kind of see his leg. That's what he's smelling. All these big buildings in the background, they're throwing shit off the balconies. Banana peels. And but now over here, you can tell the people are keeping it clean. Look how clean that is. Nice. This man has pride. Civic sensibility. But yeah, unfortunately, we're watching a planned social collapse. And it's coming to a city near you. You know, don't get too, tear jerky on this. Because I doubt where they're going to be shedding a tear when it's your turn. All right. Now, this old boy down here with, I thought they're not supposed to have electricity, but old boy has electricity. See, for homeless and the poverty people, this state of shit, it's almost like a come up for them. He already had this system already wired up. Everyone else is go, oh my God. He's like, what's going on? What's happening? Y'all forgot to pay your bill? All right. And then they got this typical graffiti. And there is some lights. I see some electricity going on right through there. Of course, that was March 21st. Now, you know that in reality, it's probably a little more dire than that. Let's go over here to the other side of the news. Let's see what's cracking. Hey, Brother Nick, you got any more sky footage? You're our technical meteorologist with the eye on the sky. Brother Nick report. Yeah, that brother be putting in some work out there. Ukraine reports that Russian is buying or renting. Whoa. Wait. The Russian is buying or renting citizens' Facebook accounts? I wonder if that, fuck, if they can pay off the president, surely they can pay me a couple dollars for one of my many Facebook accounts. Hell, I'll just make up one just to get extra cash coming in. We read this one the other day. Anti-vaxxers are having more trouble going viral. Yes, that's because big pharma has made it their go to ensure that folks stay sick and they stay dependent. Cooking now, give it 20 minutes. Right on. We'll have a word exclusive. Oh no, what's going on? I'm gonna have to separate you two. Oh, look at that face. What you got in the bag? What you got in the bag? You want to go night-night? All right. Hold on, guys. Let me make this baby a bottle. I'm going to put her. She wants to take a nap for whatever reason. Come on. Let's go night-night. Go to the room. I'll be right back. We will continue this. Yeah, your sister's just being Hold on. Back into the bottle and then there we go. You guys want to look up something to research? That'll be in there with me. Research it together. What, you're making your little fortress? Alright, I'm back. Had to make sure the dog was comfortable and the kids, the children were comfortable. Wife's comfortable. Now, let's make the secret organizations and societies and all that good stuff comfortable as well. Everybody be comfortable. What exactly are you doing? Leave that off. Leave that on. Leave that alone. Okay. Sure, preparing for the mayhem they want. Speaking of mayhem, yesterday I actually reached out to Brother Mayhem. Left a message. Hopefully we can get him on the show. Like I said, I got a bunch of great ideas. And, you know, I just report the news. I report things that I find interesting in the news. I find a lot of weird, cringy things to focus on, absolutely. But as I've always said, and I will continue to say, no matter how grimy and gritty it gets, this is not the end of this thing. It may be the end of certain ways of lives, you know, just like, you know, there came an end of, the time of a person able to just go out in the wilderness, and how come that just keeps jumping like that? I don't understand. But those days are over. In fact, we have rebellious sheriffs now. Will not enforce gun laws at risk of going to jail. Makes you think, what, is he letting felons run around with guns, or just certain felons run around with guns? Either you have laws or you don't. Census laws meaningless without citizenship question. Wow. The West will burn. Mm, mm. Just thinking about that statement right there. The West Coast will burn. You know, right now we can laugh, we can joke. We can speculate. Some with good information, others with not so reliable information. But one thing for those who are like in tune, I guess, on a higher or whatever, not even so much higher, just different level, is that you really can feel like a psychic charge energy heading our way. Like, as if there was just a huge burst of emotion. And then just disbelief mixed with sorrow. Now, I've already explained the famine issue. And for those who didn't catch that show, which I didn't realize this, check this out. If you type in, hold on, if you go to Google right now, and if your Google has a jazz, which is so weird, because like I said, I'm gonna have that jazz, hopefully musician on. But if you type in TPIM SR, not SESR live, as I obviously have, look at all the craziness. Well, obviously this is the show we're on right now, but that is some good, like, Google. I mean, other people, you type in whatever, other crap comes up. Now, when we scroll down further or go on to page 2, it's almost like, oh, and then we get into some senior living bit. But now, when you take off and you just put in TPIM, just put that in, whole new world pops up, guys. Check this out. The Terrorism Prevention and Investigation Measures Act, 2011. I did not realize the acronym to TPIM was that. That's really is true power is mine. You know what I mean? And this is coming out of the UK. Now, obviously, we're not Brits, so, you know, this is all about terroristic preventions. You know, honestly, I have never even that's not even a real word. I never even met a true, like, I mean, I met a true British citizen before. I have met a British citizen. But I never met anyone from their armed forces, never met anyone from their secret services. You know, no real ties to any of their activities. Supposed to be a good major flood in San Gabriel. Hold on, let's see. Flooding in California, San Gabriel. And this is coming. Heavy rains in San Gabriel Valley, flooding Temple City streets. I don't know when this is coming out, but we'll see. Looks like this report was either released like earlier today or something. Wow. Look at that. And this is supposed to be real time. That's kind of odd, Nick. I'm glad I have the sound off so we don't have to hear this. Oh, I got to be mindful. There could be copyright. Holy smack. You know what? I don't want to deal with that today. Yeah, they got me. They got me with the whole copyright shit, man. Mississippi already been flooded. I think some of this flood could very well be the beginning of the so-called earth change, blah, blah, blah. You know, NRA could shut down forever. Group warns of fundraising letters. NRA may be going away. NRA going away because those dollars did not come their way. It's all about the dollars, ain't it? We want to save America, but without dollars, we gotta go away. So the fundraising use drag and the hyperbolic language to inspire recipients to donate. In other words, folks, as I've been telling you, keep on playing these damn games. Keep it up. The country is broke. People couldn't pay for membership to the NRA or go to some of these fancy dancy stores, even if they wanted to. They're just hiding this economic reality from y'all, from us. But reality being reality, or at least in this greed being greed, glimpses of what's really going on is happening. Come on, let's go to Yahoo Finances, y'all. And show you that I have no stake in the game. You can see I have no portfolio. All right? My portfolio is totally empty. I don't even have a watch list, you see. Nothing, zero, nothing. Only thing I am concerned with are these numbers provided for free right here. S&P 500, the Dow, and the NASDAQ. That's all I'm interested in. I don't know if you're seeing it. I see red on 2 out of 3. Now the NASDAQ is still falling, you know. And I mean, that goes up and down. What's up, Jeff? Now, when we take a look at the economic realities, hold on. See, cannabis is not going to save you. I'm telling you right now, this is the last ditch measure. That's not going to save. Everything's too far gone. You know the reason why? You know the reason why? Let's just punch it in. Let's stop playing. Oh, hold on. This was once again, the live Sky 9. We're tapped into it in the back door. And we're seeing the flooding of, I believe, Temple City. Look at this man-made canal. That's a straight man-made canal. Wasn't big enough to handle what could potentially happen, and that's why you have the flood. But let's get on to the real reason why we are all terribly in trouble. National debt clock. Hey, Jeff, you're a U.S. citizen, right, bruh? You owe, as a taxpayer, $180,921 as of today. 4 days ago, you only owed $180,800. But see how that number goes up every day, slowly creeping up. And remembering this was, if you're just a citizen, if we're not even including just taxpayers, we're just including everybody, it's $67,482. You guys remember when that was $67,450 just a couple days ago? Yeah, that shit's compounding. All right, we got some sky footage, real sky news from our brother Nick on the ground, on location. Let's plug it up. Oh, I gotta bring it over here. Absorb into this webpage.
New Metro Rail Yard maintenance facility near LAX is now open.
No.
Peace, love, and light, my star family. I just want to show you guys this really quick. What's going on my skies? Look at these ripples. harmonic resonant waves.
We were just talking about that yesterday.
Here.
We were just talking about this.
Clouds. This is supposedly supposed to be a storm going on by me, but the sun is shining, but you see like this imitation cloud, and you see like these ripples in the clouds. Like not imaginary. Look at this shit. All over here, it's just imaginary ripples, and their planes are spraying too. Let alone the planes are spraying, and you see bits of like blue patches of like where they missed, or where they didn't get to be able to spray enough, or they didn't spray good enough. But you see ripples here, ripples all around me, 360 view, all up here. Look at this view right here, ripples all up here. Now look at this, the sun light up this ripple. Even by the sun, you see them shoot closer and closer. They're trying to block out the sun. The sun is so bright, but it's breaking through it. See the patches of blue sky.
See that damn tower chilling and ominously in the background. There it is. That thing just creeps me out. And
then there happens to be a sundog right in the corner right here. See the little rainbow effect. That's from like the sun glistening off the clouds and behind it. So there's clouds in front of it and clouds behind it.
See a UFO. I know it's just a light beam. But there it is. That's
as I get closer to see a better view, you can see there are even harmonic resonant ripple waves behind the sun. And if we go over here, you see noticeable sundog with ripple waves through it too. Harmonic resonant waves going around it and just adjacent. All up here. You see it close in person.
Damn.
You see like these just dirty chemtrails just sitting up here. Just sitting up here. Imitating clouds. But this is all metal. A metal covering to try to block the sun. But the sun is so powerful and hot that it's breaking it up. So the heat, I guess the sun's vibration and heat and radiation is just eating away at it. So that's why I'm able to see blue patches in the sky still. And you even see these weird patterns to adjacent harmonic resonant waves. And you see right here, these big patches, blue patches still, where these planes missed the spray. They're spraying and they're noticeable. You see this backdrop, this white chemtrail acts as a backdrop. So they're able to see the harmonic resonant waves, the puffiness, the waves everywhere. It's bad. But I got faith that it'll go away.
Yes, you can. You can.
Also, to back that up, I got my chem tower busters and cloud busters.
Their behavior change. Yes.
All of those Orgone Reiki pyramids too. Orgone energy. That's why you see like these little patches up there because it's fighting it. It's fighting it somewhat, but damn, it's spraying really bad over here though. See right over my place over here. See this little hole up there. That's that hole that's that Orgone field trying to fight it. See patches here and there. Trying to fight off that shit.
Greetings, Frederick. Welcome back to the show.
But for the most part, you see stray clouds, and those are more harmonic, resonant wave, band waves from this tower, maybe, or from the planes. But I would say so. This tower is attracting them because you see some here, up there to the left, and to the right of that is right there. You see them all around, all up in the sky too. Just these little waves and patterns in the sky. You see, I'm going to just end this video right here. Peace, love, and light. My star family. I'm out of here.
Oh, what a. Hold on. Before I scroll down, and you all be my witness, I almost will guarantee this particular video is going to be classified contrail. Because that's what YouTube does to content creators like Brother Nick. So let's the drum roll. And let's see. Oh, I was wrong. I was wrong. Watch the photos. Right on. Well, maybe they haven't gotten around. Hold on. Let me do it. Hold on, so everyone can see this. Thumbs up this.
Keep vibing hard, people. Let the sun break this nasty shit up. High crash spider. I gotta choose my game, baby.
There. You can see the sun reflecting. So that's what we got going on. Levels of juice. Those basically ancient waves trying to fight through the metal. But they just keep on coming back with the juice. All through there. And there's the sun. You can see the spray patterns. Hold on. Let me go back and analyze that. Right here, you can see the vortex of the old energy going through. Imagine a beam of light or whatever going through, and you can see the ripples. Now, some of that's probably the activity of the damn cell phone tower floating around in the bottom somewhere. But this is crazy when you look at it. When you look at it in its totality. Where's that one shot? He has a good shot in here. That was a good shot. Right here, the sun kind of sets it off. You can use the sun as like as a perspective tool. And you can see how this stuff is just lingering. And this is going to form rain, guys. All this cloud, so-called cloud matter is going to form rain, and it's going to rain down. So all these elements up here will eventually end up in your ground drinking water, is what I'm saying. But no one wants to hear all that. They want to ridicule. No, you guys got it all wrong. That's just early morning dew. And there's no correlation between all those jets flying around. Brother Nick don't know what he's talking about. True Power don't have a clue. So they rather ridicule us instead of looking at this for themselves and understanding why do we get floods and shit. Look at that. That does not look like any type of normal cloud at all. None of that does. You say when you was a baby and when jets didn't fly like they fly now, that's what clouds used to look like normally? See, let me turn this microphone. Yes, you drank the filth, you bathed in the filth, you mix the filth up with your baby's formula, even if the mother uses her breast, still the filth is coming in through electronical means here. You know, the filth. I'll get your cookie later. I don't want you playing with that. I don't know what that is, but I'll get you a cookie later. See, we got to quit thinking about the filth just being in the form of a tablet or a shot in the arm or something. No. The filth comes in various forms. From spiritual suggestions in movies and tapes to physical, mental degradations by the waves emitted from here and other broadcasting points. The filth is that corrupts on all levels. They want to have a corrupted and debased planet so that their perverse and corrupt ideology can really have the proper nourishment it needs to realize its maximum. And the only restraining force... Oh, you did? That's good. The only restraining force is good, decent men, women, and children. And to use basic terms, with true light and true truth in them shining bright. But once they're removed, ba-boom, bada-bing, the liberal world order can proceed as it always has. Anyone with a weak immune system would die, most likely the young and old. Yeah, absolutely. And isn't that the whole game plan anyhow? You only want the strongest of the young to be mechanically augmented with exoskeletons and other muscle multiplying machines and devices. And really, the old people, they already played their part, and they need to just go ahead and die so that those that are getting juiced with the life extension technology, they can be allowed to live the life that they want to live without all these old farts bringing up, when they, the time when these people were just mere mortals. Because that's where we're going to, guys and gals. We're going to a super class of folks that's going to have the best injections. They're going to get the real medicine. They're going to get the real technology. And then you're going to have the others, the one or two freaks they need to throw on some sort of robotic suit and dig up something or melt down something. That cough comes from the chemtrails and acid rain. Well, like a guy from St. Louis, Elliot Davis, says, you paid for it. Why do you think this number here is just flying up constantly, never stopping, never? Because those chemicals are used to, to dose up the sky with. That costs money. Paying for the pilots costs money. And that's just one little secret project. He never smoked cigarettes. Who never smoked cigarettes? You're talking about Brother Nick? Or Brother Nick? Wait. Brother Nick, are you controlling your screen name, or is there someone else controlling Brother Nick's screen name in absent of Brother Nick? And they're talking about Brother Nick in the third person, which in this case would actually be the second person. It's kind of baffling when you think about it. But either way, who's ever controlling the person I told you about? Oh, gotcha. And that would have been... He knew this man 14 years and continued to have the same cough. That cough came from the chemtrails acid rains. Gotcha. Yeah, I'm a little nervy today. Because I think today's going to be a day that is going to be one to remember. As all days really should be, but quite frankly aren't. I mean, I'm looking at this number right here, folks, and I hope, yeah, that's all I'm afraid. I hope you guys are too. I mean, that's how much every man, woman, and child in this country just owes. No wonder we want 1 million folks in. We can break this down by spreading out the love. Lost the feed for a minute. Oh, YouTube, where art thou, YouTube? Here's my pathetic Twitter. I mean, I don't really even punch this. I think that looks so good and clean. It almost looks like, yeah, it looks like him. I mean, you can obviously see, because I really didn't try to hide my edits. You can obviously see where I hacked off his finger there and put it there, but it's still funny. He's like, fuck you, bud. Yes, I got a weird macabre YouTube page. A bunch of weird facts and figures. Wow, that's a poor makeup job. A horrible makeup job. Sometimes I get news over there, but this will not be the day. All right. This is the Chinese chick. Let's look closely at her. Because the Chinese have some crazy, yeah, they have some crazy plastic surgery. Because she would look French to me with those green eyes, pointy little nose, somewhat high cheekbones. Hey, Brother Murder. She got a mask on that, not a makeup. I mean, this might be some sort of artist rendition. I can tell by the pearls. She got a mask on. Miss Elizabeth Trump Girl. Wow. What's up, David? Welcome to the show, brother. Let me, I don't think I really looked at the headlines. I mean, I think I glanced over them. You know, Biden, ancient tech, hence mysterious human, ancient teeth, rather. Come on, man. Oh, man, shoot each other, rifle detestable. It's never a good idea to shoot at each other, even if you are wearing a vest. Never a good idea. Let that be a last resort. Chinese are officially white. In fact, what? Chinese are officially white. Let's see this. Chinese are considered white now. Europeans refers to East Asian as white until the end of the 8th, but as Chinese and Japanese resist cultural assimilation, Far East required more research, but now it is clear the invention of yellow. Honorary, oh my God, they've been white. Oh my, what's up, Brother Albert? Welcome to the show. It's news to me. But then I guess that would make sense why they had this one. China has no problem with racism, and that's a problem. So when you understand, look up the word black in the Old Webster Dictionary. Word black in the Old Webster Dictionary. See, I have a computer voice. Most of my searches just pop up. You want the 1828 version? King Kevin, welcome to the show. Glad you made it. All right. Here's the Webster Dictionary 1828. Black. Of the color of night, destitute of light, dark. Darkened by clouds, as the heaven black with clouds. Sullen, having a cloudy look or countenance. Okay, let me see. Let me go. Okay. Black, a noun. That which is destitute of light or whiteness. The darkest color, or rather a destitution of all colors. Cloth has to get. Black is a misdemeanor or misnomer for black people. Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. I know a better way. I think of trying to articulate what's really going on. Hold on. The meaning of black in more Sink Temple. Well, I mean, not to get off on Mr. Mean, not to get off on the legal definition of black. I think we all are on the same page with it's some artificial bullshit that needs to come to an end. They only call us black because our ancestors taught white men that black arts and they used it against us to enslave us. Basically what Brother Murder said. Nick's in the house. Fuck you, Pat. Wow. F you. Fooled you. Black is, back in old High German for meaning for Pelwin. Hey, welcome to the show, Kevin. Simon, rather. Welcome. Hey, come on, get down and take this barricade and put all those, get those papers up, please. Because I don't want you to get hurt. Let me see your chin, too. Took her down the woods yesterday on our little patrol, and she tried to, hey, Sister CJ, welcome to the show. Little baby girl over here tried to walk across a log and slip and fell. But, you know, it happens. And black is objective, not a noun. No, I'm not saying it's an adjective or nothing like that. I'm saying that they were saying it was a noun on the site that I was at. I know what it is. It's what, you know, what my so-called skin tone is. You know, and when you go out into the real world, Kevin, that means something. It typically means you're going to look crazy at for jobs, for loans. You'll be first one to look at when, you know, people go into the store. You think people are being nice. Hey, how you doing, buddy? No, they're letting you know they're watching you as you walk in. So, yeah. I mean, you're talking to a guy, Mr. Simmons, that, yeah, been there, done that. All right, now let's talk about what's going to happen here in the next couple of days. We know Passover is coming down the pipe. We got 16 more days till it. You know, it's going to be a one to remember, a Passover to remember for sure. No matter what side of the wall you fall on, everybody's going to be celebrating this Passover. Some will be celebrating the Führer's birthday. Others will be celebrating the birth and maybe even the announcement of the beginning of the construction of the third temple in Israel. So there's a lot of stuff to be happy about. A lot of stuff to be, whoa. Yes, baby.
I beg a dart.
No, I need that dart.
Big dart.
Okay. Oh, let me see. Thank you. Why do I keep harping on it? Because you guys know anything about the John Birch Society. Like good evangelicals. You know, the lure and the mystery of the temple, it's just too much. It's going to come to be. Blacks. What is all this shit about blacks today? Blacks, Dems, 2020 and fields full of unacceptable nominees. John Birch strikes again. Do you guys know that black is not an identity? Enlighten us, Kevin. What is it? Because it's used to identify you on the job. It's used to identify you when being a suspect in a crime. It's used to identify you when... Now, I can see where you're coming from a legal point of view. I do understand the legal definition of white and black pertaining to legal matters. And hopefully you guys join me this Friday, 5 p.m. Central Time Zone. Judge Joe Brown on Special Report. Live. SR Live, TPM. Okay, too many distractions. Don't fall for the Nipsey, Hootsy, Def, all confusion. Yeah, you know, honestly, there really is too many distractions. True, we can't be black because we are natives to this land by our ancestors. Well, I can't be black because I'm technically brown. Now, my hair's jet black with a little bit of gray. My eyes are black, but my skin's brown. Yeah, I'm brown. I'm like well, actually like a milk chocolate brown. Yo, yo, the birds in the house. Tweet, tweet. Rockin' Robin. Right on. But, you know, I get it. But for, I guess, government work or political applications, I'm black. A law black is a straw man. Well, yeah. Okay, Kevin, I think I know where you're going at. I think we have a sovereign citizen in the house, which is cool. Which is cool. Because everybody should have been considered sovereign and worthy of life. And the life that they want to lead, as long as Mr. Kevin doesn't harm other people, I support him being a sovereign citizen. I support him understanding how the law works and not wanting to deal with the agents of incarceration. Now, granted, oh, you're more? Well, that's excellent as well. But he is native of the land. See, I consider myself native to Missouri. I'm a Missourian. I was literally born in Missouri. I grew up in Missouri. I left Missouri, traveled for a while, but then I returned to Missouri, and my children, too, were born on my homeland of Missouri. I'm not in, for one, I don't like the word Africa, because that has some connotations most people aren't willing to face and understand. So I'm not from the land of Kemet. Not directly, anyhow, and not for some generations now. The majority of the proteins that make up this body comes from people who were born also, too, on this continent. You're a resident of Missouri. Well, as far as the legal, yes, I'm a resident of Missouri. I'm a citizen of Missouri and a citizen of the United States. Because I do understand my particular state's constitution, and I recognize it as a governing body of the land. I recognize its authority over matters of property and the legality of its, or should I say hers, judicial judifications and decisions process. In other words, I am saying, yes, I indeed am a citizen of Missouri, a citizen of the United States of America, and a loyal member of the Republic as it stands today. Really have no choice. I have no other homeland, have no other country, to my knowledge. And even if I did have knowledge or whatever, vaguely, of some other far off place, I have no tangible relationship with it because I never was there to deal with the people. United States is a corporation. You can't be a citizen. You sound like a darling, Kevin. United States is a corporation. You cannot be a citizen. You cannot be a citizen. Well, I am indeed a citizen of the Republic. Now, like Brother Albert said during discussion a while back, you drop your citizenship if you become a member of the armed service, because you stop being a citizen and you start being property. Totally different legal aspect. Then your nationality is Native, Indigenous, American. Yes, Brother Albert. I am Native and I am indigenous to the Americas. Yes. Because at the end of the day, this whole little pretendo, what the fuck you are, is just that. It's pretendo. You're a human damn being. I don't care where you were popped out of on this planet. You're a human. Now, you can use these little boundaries. You know what kills me on these DNA I saw this DNA show the other day. This stupid broad actually had enough nerves to say, I am English and I am 10% American genes. What the really? So what are they considering American genes? Just the pilgrims? Or the people who were over here all this time? See, this is why you should look at genetics laughable. Genetics itself is an exercise in categorizing people, dividing people into their so-called groups. And the only authority is given is the authority of death by these institutions that we call governments, or corporations we call governments, that can legally put you to death. Now, Kevin, I get where you're coming from. I understand. I can appreciate how much, yes, DNA is a joke, Brother Albert. I can appreciate how much research you probably have done into the topic. But at the end of the day, you are too, if you're in the United States, participating in the United States experiment. Meaning that on 4th of July, when all the banks are closed, you are indeed celebrating 4th of July. Or President's Day or any of those other days. Federal holidays mandated by the calendar. I get your and I get your frustration where you realize the government itself, as it's running, is. I was born in Detroit, still here, and the city is run down. So you're a native of Michigan. You're indigenous American. You're not no Kimite. You're not. You're from America. United States. Let me be politically correct. You're from the United States. That's where you're from. Now, sir, welcome back to the show. And what a perfect and I didn't time. Now, I'm not sharing me. We're not in cahoots. But that comment he just wrote, or she just wrote, I'm going to write it out. I'm going to say it out for you guys. And I agree 100%. You are a prisoner of war. Yes. But not for the reasons you think. Not because you're a prisoner from Kemet, come across some boat. But because your folks were already here. And their land was just seized from you. And them. And never returned. See, if you have no biological ties to the land, it's easy to keep it from you forever. But once it's known that you and this land are tied spiritually, biologically, and over a period of time, prior to 1492, prior to colonization, prior to the genocide of these United States of North and South America, once that happens, then you start looking at everything in a radically different way. Once you see that the only power they have at the end of the day is the power of manipulating your mind, manipulating your thoughts, manipulating your very ability to project a infinite possible future, just into the ability to barely conjure up a bleak and oppressed future for oneself. That's the only power they have. That's why all the motivational speakers you ever come across will always tell you anything's possible if you believe, which is a bunch of horse shit. But sure. Do you know America is from north to south? This includes Spanish-speaking people all the way down. This is the real reason for the wall. Yes, Brother McDonald. The reason why it would be terribly costly, and who would know the real effects, to try to simulate the rest of the continent into the United States penal system. Oh, I meant experiment. Oh, I meant republic. Because whether you accept this or not, you're essentially all prisoners. You're not really free to go. Only if you're a trustee and you have a passport can you leave cell block A. For the most part, you guys are stuck here. Can you clarify the Dred Scott decision? No, I cannot. I'm not a historian. But you can look it up on the Google. We all know that the court still ruled him to be a slave. You meant battery deposit. We have to understand. I see. We had the power right now, my friend, to change this. We might have to get a little Hogan's hero-ish because we have to recognize, yes, we are prisoners of war. If we can visualize that, if we can see that as a true reality, then perhaps we can then have the potentiality to free ourselves and a few others. But like the character on The Matrix, Morpheus said to Neo, there are people who will fight you, they would die, they will kill to keep the Matrix. I'm telling you, the same thing true with situation going on. They will kill you, brother. They will fight you, sister, to ensure that the Matrix remains the same. And if you are clueless about what that means, I see you know a little about the Anglo-Moroccan Empire. But not as much as I want to, but just a little. Blacks and or slaves are not included in the Constitution. Correct. In the original form, when they said all men are created equal, and they would turn at you, my friend, and say, go out and pick the damn cotton, shoe the horses, harness the mule, fetch some water, tend to them crops. You're absolutely right. Your 3/5 of a self was not included. Now that you understand the democracy, let's see if you understand the true dream. The true dream is to have a nation where all citizens are equal. Have a nation where all folks have the ability to live life to their fulfillment and expectations. That's called liberty and freedom. To have a nation where people can stand up irregardless of them not being a multi-billion-dollar CIA front show called Saturday Night Live. You can be just a little person and still have freedom of speech. The reason why all this was debated, the reason why all this was never, ever, ever realized on this planet in any way, shape, or form in the government system is because of hate. Hate in the hearts of the very men, and one could almost argue women, who put this societal thing together in the beginning. Now, if you want to build upon the atrocities, we can go there, absolutely. But if we don't want to repeat the same bullshit we have said over and over, let's go somewhere else. Let's go to how constructively can we see the realization collectively of freedom and liberty for all? How can we do that? Alexandria, welcome to the show. I don't think I recognized you before. Greetings, and I hope you like our little area, our little piece of the internet. But I don't want money, reparations. I don't trust the ideal or concept of it. I don't trust those that are promoting it. Give us 800 credit scores and property, not a check. Well, you don't have to worry about none of the above. That's not going to happen. Let's just be honest. Let's be honest. Americans consist. Yes, okay. I'll stop using the word America. I will be politically correct and use the words United States of America, or else it's the United States. But there will be no reparations given because there are no F's considered. Yes. No, she doesn't. She's watching Bob the Train. Okay. Love you. All right, go and play your Barbies. We cannot compete economically. Okay, so we're going to go down the road of talking more about the devastations to the solutions. I got it. All right, yeah, Nasir's absolutely right. We cannot, because it was calculative and it was basically a self-fulfilling prophecy. Is over the years, every melanated man or woman who has a great idea tries to stand up and try to uplift, they get crushed and destroyed. Also, you can put on legal redlining and illegal search and seizures, dope being planted on them, ending up in jail, ending up in a situation where they cannot vote. And we know the two states that do allow voting are the two of the widest states voting of prison inmates. There's two states in the United States of America that allows voting for inmates. It just happens to be the most per capita white states in the United States of America. You can argue that racism is still alive and quite active, seeing how there's never been a melanated man nor woman head of the Federal Reserve or NASA or the CIA or the FBI or a whole range of other government. There's never been more than one black Supreme Court justice at a time. So racism's still alive, because if it wasn't about race, it could be all white or all black or all brown or all Asian or all this or all that, and it wouldn't matter because race wouldn't really be a part of it. Now, if we're going to point out, yes, sir. If we're going to point out, nah, sir. Okay. Yeah, yes, sir. I can call you that. So then how do we remain optimistic if that's the basics of capitalistic society? Perfect. The reason why you can remain optimistic, or let's just say wishful thinking or even fantasy, is because at the core, you yourself are optimistic. At the core, you yourself is full of hope. At the core, you yourself is not debased by what you see, but what you potentially know to be. That's how. That's the only way you can. Anything else is a lie. Anything else is a scam. Anything else is people trying to manipulate the situation to take money out of your pocket and very, very smoothly and precisely put that money in their pocket. Brother Nasir here is on point. He or she sees what's been going on. I feel they have not totally embraced the hate or the frustration or the anger of the situation, which rightfully one would be rightfully compelled to engage in. But I sense a higher sense of purpose with this individual. I sense a natural intellect, like in some way they're holding back. Interesting. But yes, optimists, being optimistic, being hopeful, being almost wishful thinking about various situations. Yes, for the most part, at the end of the day, it would still fail, because being optimistic, being hopeful is not enough. Without a true plan, without true cause and purpose, and without true unity, it's not enough. It's just enough to keep, I'm a man. Right on, brother. It's just enough to keep one's psyche from totally collapsing against a tsunami of hate and anger. Focus, even though you have hate and anger at it, it has hate and anger focusing at you as well. And hate and anger that will come from your own brothers and sisters if you don't basically conform to the mode. In other words, if you don't juke and jive, then you, even by your own brothers and sisters, are an enemy. Because your actions could cause the hammer to come down collectively on the people. That's how they really control us. By using our brothers and sisters, our mothers and fathers to reinforce this nonsense and BS until we unconsciously regurgitate the same nonsense because no one really wants a change. I'm telling you, they don't want a change. And the only change they're talking about is an economic change so that they can reap more benefits in this bullshit society, this bullshit world we live in. That's the only change they really want. No one really wants the true change for everyone to be free, because then it gets really ugly. Because at the end, that requires trust, and we all know we're not to be trusted. If you don't know, now you know. Folks, for the most part, are not to be trusted. That's why they say respect is earned, not just given. If that's the case. If Hitler had babies, they should respect him. If Jeffrey Dahmer's had babies, they should respect, just respecting people. Eliminate the crab and barrel mentality. So do you think AI will be taken over soon? Like, Alexandria? Absolutely. And it won't be 10 years. It'll be less than that. Think about the first time the courts can offer you a public defending AI attorney that is far supremely better than any human, and actually gets people off. No, you can't go in my room. I don't want you going in my room, baby. I know what you're getting into. You can go in there and eat your apple. Okay. AI, automation. Before too long, it's going to be hard for you to get a job at McDonald's. The reason why they let the method out known that rich people were paying for their children to get these fabulous, no, you're not going in my room, to get these fabulous jobs so that they can continue making that money. Well, the reason why that method has been shown is because they don't use it no more. They don't need to. They know these jobs are going away. In the next 20 and 30 years, man, they're not going to have the workforce like they have now. You're still going to be able to get your little stupid consumerist stuff. And the earth will still be getting raped and polluted. But it will be done at an automated pace. You know, AI is a huge replacement for a human workforce. Yes, Frederick. And once we get the people out of the factory, we will march them into the oven. That's the whole plan. That's been the whole gag, you useless eaters. Read, please. 1 or 2 white papers from the United Nations. They let you know this is not a manuscript for a new movie. This is a manuscript for your doom. But of course, you guys won't read it. You don't care about Agenda 21. You don't care about Operation Garden Plot. You don't give a damn about Rex 84. Or the incarceration of the, as they say, American populace. That's not me, that's them. We have better wake up and realize the little pea shooter. Brother Nick, I fear you're right. They don't care because it doesn't concern them. ... Yet. It doesn't concern them yet. And you know what? Whether I'm the first or the last on the little train ride, or perhaps I don't even get an opportunity to take a train ride, I'm going to sincerely go, not having hatred or anger in my heart for these people. They can enjoy their little mud empire. They can enjoy it, truly. But at the end of the day, they missed out on 2 things. 1, they missed out on my energy and willingness to help build a better society. And 2, they missed out on my love that could have made their life a little less lonely. Yes, you may go in Bubby's room. But you can't get in there because I got it closed off now, can you? We'll go in your room and play for a little while, then I'll open it up. We would go outside, but it's raining. I would take you outside, but it's raining right now. Yes, that little 4-year-old is. They don't want a better society. Exactly. And that's why we've been sacrificing. Hold on. I don't know if there is one. I'm just going by the spirit right now. The abortion clock. Oh, they do got one. Wow. I just, once again, folks, I just did this on a humbug. I did not even know or whatever. I've been beating the hell out of my desk. I've been really into it today. The number of abortions, abortion counter. Each real-time abortion counter is based on the most current statistics for the number of abortions in the U.S. and the number of abortions worldwide. The USAbortionClock.org is where I'm getting this information from. In United States today, 1,230.6. 0.7. Hold on. We're about ready to hit 1,231 right there. Boom. Now, I would say another angel got its wings, but I don't believe that human souls become angelic shows once they perish. I will say, though, that the body harvesters and body sellers, they got more product. They got more merchandise to sell. Look at these numbers, folks, and it should make you sick if you have any type of conscience at all. Correct me if I'm wrong. Approximately 4,000 people died during 9/11, and we annihilated basically a quarter of the world. This year, 242,305 human souls lost their battle with life. What? You want more Bob the Train? Okay. No, I asked you not to go in my room. Give me those. No, give them here. Go over there in the corner. Let me turn you on, Bob. Not yet. All right. Oh my goodness. Who we? Hey, what's up, Cobra? Welcome to the show. I had to take a drink of water. Every time I look at this abortion stuff, I really get choked up. Okay. Planned Parenthood's not about killing. Planned Parenthood this year, almost 90,000 babies. Black babies since... Yeah, you want to talk about killing people straight up. 18 million since 1973. 18 million black babies down the tubes. Way to go, USA. If you think that's something that Dr. King and all those people were fighting for, you're so sad. 1 billion since 1980. Around the world, babies dead, yes. You fools. You guys are doing a wonderful job. Wonderful job. And all this is sort of pretense that the whore that gets pregnant and decides that this pregnancy is going to drastically impact her life in a negative way. It'll make it harder for her to ascertain or get the attention of that wealthy, successful man we all know she desires. This baby gets deleted. And guess what? The horror still doesn't get the guy. Melanin costs more than gold, people. When is Mark from Anaheim coming back on? Who knows? I can tell you right now, I'm going to have Judge Joe on Friday. I'm going to have Eric East, better known as Butterbeans, coming up. I'm going to have, I almost said their name, but it's a famous jazz musician, but I want to actually have a conversation with them first. But they'll be coming on as well. We have a problem in this country. The problem is we really don't want to be informed. We want to be entertained. We really don't want to be directed into the direction of research. We want all the research to be presented before us. It doesn't work like that. Never has, never will. The only reason why we're here, yes, sir, looking at abortions in a small way or a large way is because of the questions you and Kevin, Cobra, and Albert, and Nick, and others are asking in the chat room. We have an organic show here. And I just want to say thank you, even though I may fundamentally disagree with some of your beliefs or whatnot. I do appreciate you putting your energy in this morning into the show. Coming to this show, because there's so many shows you could have gone to at, 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time on YouTube. I'm sure there's other shows, whatnot. But we're appreciative. I am personally appreciative. Okay, what about Dr. Randy Short? Oh, I just talked to Dr. Short. That's fine. I just talked to Dr. Short. He was recovering. He had some... No, go in the room, please. You can have this. This is nothing. Go in the room. And draw me a picture on that, please.
I'm on the gone.
There's one underneath your bed.
Right there.
Okay. Also, what time for Judge Joe Brown so that I can tune in? So many questions for him. Oh, excellent. It will be 5 p.m. Central Time. Shh. 5 p.m. Central Time. Judge Joe Brown on this show. You know, oh, the baby is so upset back there. But mommy would comfort her. Wow, this U.S. this year after 16 weeks gestation. After 16 weeks of gestating, guys, 11,631 babies bit the bullet, bought the farm. Is abortion considered murder to them? I don't think so, Bird. I think to these demons and these sociological parasites, it's looked at as more of a tool of eradicating pesky vermin. And in their eyes, we are the pesky vermin. That is a great picture. Look at this little picture this little girl did. Hold on. Let me shoot it up. Look at that. Look at the, right here. The head, the smiley face, the eyes. And she's only 4 years old. Look at that. That's beautiful. The whole world. Yes, that is beautiful. At least this baby gets a chance to draw on a piece of paper. I know 12,000 other babies that didn't. You know, since you load this page, since I loaded this page, 700 babies down, a population control. No, this is not about controlling the population, sir. This is about killing. killing off humanity. Don't forget, to them, humanity is an ugly blot or blight on this otherwise perfect planet. Like these fools never been to a place where there's mosquitoes or quicksand or vermin everywhere. That's a lot of blood on our hands, Bird. Yes, absolutely. There is a lot of blood on our hands. Collectively, all of our hands. We're just as culpable. We're not doing nothing about it. Oh, well, we fought wars, and I said we just annihilated 2 continents for, what, 4,000 people? Here, these people are just being annihilated, blah, blah, blah. Now, I'm not saying go out and do anything, folks. All right? Because that's the trick. What I just did there was the trick that they use. Trust right, actually. The Bird's right. That's a lot of blood on their hands. Because it's the government legalizing this type of activity, saying it's okay. So the nation leaders are going to have to pay the cost on this one. That's why you see so many evil bastards going into politics. Yeah, we talked about Margaret Sanger in past shows. All the people you see here in blue, every last one of them, and a bunch of people you see in white. We all know about Margaret Sanger. I call her Zinger, like she's a snack cake with blood and pus fillings, because she's just that sick of a bitch. But now, anyhow, and you know, don't get me wrong, I get it. When you fall for the lie that your race is going to be genetically annihilated, oh my God, by breeding practices of another race, it does make you get kind of cringy, I guess. I guess it does. It shouldn't, but it does. See, when you go down the road of evolution, when you go down the road that you're not a divine child of God, but you're basically just a monkey that can talk and walk, right there should let you know you have some serious mental problems. Now you understand why people are going to be like, oh, well, Bruce Jenner is a beautiful woman. Because they have no grasp of reality to begin with. And I know that sounds hard for some to believe, but yes, evolution is nothing more than man's observing God's plan in motion. Oh, the tadpole looks like a little sperm. Oh, now it looks like sperm with feet. Oh, now it looks like a frog. Oh, and you see all that happen in one generation, and you thinking that's the way it works across the board. I'm very careful not to crap too much on science nowadays because, you know, they don't really mind you making fun of Christianity or Islam. But heaven forbid if you say anything about their sacred science, now you're a heretic. And you know how all societies deal with heretics, right? Well, if you don't, they typically get murdered. So I'm not down to be a quasi-martyr or any of that business because I think that's unnecessary. The truth is the truth. And it doesn't have to be validated by you nor me. Hey, what?
Marcella wants you.
No, she doesn't. You know what she wants? You know, she wants to go outside.
What?
She wants to go outside, but we can't. It's raining. That's why I hate rainy days. Because I can't take you little guys out. You little girls out.
Yeah, that they're away rain.
Yeah, I know. But tomorrow, it might not rain. Hey, can you do me a favor? Can you count to 30 for me?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Come over here and count for me. Come over here.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 4, 2, 5, 2, 6, 2, 7, 2, 8, 2, 9, 2, 10.
Got a little confused there. But baby girl's only 4 and she's counting up to... She counts to 20 like nobody's business. Counts to 30. Probably can imagine she can count higher. She just never really done it.
Woo! I count.
Yes, you're a very, very smart little girl. You know why? Because you got a smart daddy teaching you. Okay. Now, here's the Scooby, guys. And here's the reality. You only question everything if you believe in anything. You only need to understand what you need to make it through today. Because it's all subject to change. Didn't Neil Tyson prove it to us? In high school, I remember a science test. We were taking a science test over the planets in the solar system. I remember this young boy flunked the test because that's one of the questions he missed was concerning Pluto being a planet. Yes, research for yourself. That's the best advice I can give you. But just be mindful that if you only speak English, then you're really limiting yourself as far. Hey, Brother Anthony, welcome to the show. I'm glad the Most High woke you up today and got you able to log on. But at the end of the day, you better realize the sources that you are validating as the Holy Gospel may turn out to be just another version of the first set of 10 Commandments. If you don't know what happened to them, they were crushed and crumbled as they fall into the ground. And they had to walk his ass back up the hill and get another set. But the thing is, now, we're at that apex in human existence where knowledge can be compounded very rapidly. Things that used to take us months and weeks to literally just to get our hands on, we can find them in 30 seconds online most of the time. 25 years ago, getting these statistics about abortions would have been pretty hard, but now a couple of keystrokes, bam, I got all the relevant information. For instance, since we've been on this webpage, 1,273 or 1,275, 1,200, hold on, 1,280, 1,282. See, it's constantly going. All right, there's going to be about 1,300 babies dead here in a minute. Hold on. There it is. 1,300 babies taken care of just that quick. The time we've been chatting on this page, 1,300 babies in the trash can. Now, that just lets you know what type of volume of sex is going on out there. Obviously, there's quite a bit. Hey, War, man, everybody's here. Welcome to the show, War. Glad you can make it. Everybody's getting up. They're getting logged in. This is the type of show I wanted to have. I don't care if I don't have a big name guest on. I don't care if I'm not talking about the mystical secrets of the universe. It's just a bunch of good people, decent human beings, in a virtual space sharing ideals. This is what makes it real for me. And this is why I hope you too enjoy. That's a murdering factory. Holy smokes. Yes, Bird. I wish we could just fly away. I wish we could. I wish we could fly away from this reality, but we can't. Almost 1,400. Hold on, guys. 1,400 babies gone. As of now, they're done. Now, some of these babies in Virginia could possibly be on life, like ventilators, so that they can cut the organs out as they need to. Of course, the baby's brain dead, though, but oh well. The war is quite real. And what we're looking at is casualties in the war of humanity. Yes, I would agree. Sometimes you need a break. That number right there is the number. This is how many worldwide. This is just in the United States. So far, worldwide, there's been 54,140 babies basically murdered, however you want to say, euthanized, murdered, put down, cut up, chummed down, chummed out, parted out. It's sort of like a chop shop for human bodies. Oh, I need a spleen and a gallbladder. Hold on, I got two coming up. Chop, chop, chop. I need some stem cell, for research. Oh, hold on, I got one coming up. A part of me is looking at these numbers, guys, and saying this has to be fake. This absolutely has to be fake. But then in reality, no, it's quite real. Did the back research some time ago. That's good. We're talking about it on a daily basis instead of keeping it in us. I like the way your brain thinks, Bird. That's very profound. And you know what? Maybe, just maybe, one of the guys or gals listening from the agencies, maybe they could help. Change the way we look at kids. That's what has to happen first. The day Martin Luther King died, he was 44. Wow, that's crazy. But first thing we have to change is the way people think about babies. Then we have to change the way, because here's the problem. Now that blood has been shed, now that people have been getting money for the past 30 years off these babies' bodies and parts, and if nothing else, just the undertaker, getting his bit or her bit, there's going to be a lot of people resistance to wanting to stop the killing of babies. No, I got my 401k. I sent my kids to school killing babies. All right, so we got to be mindful of that. A lot of people, they ain't going to look too kindly, to us freeing, wanting babies to have freedom of life and freedom of choice. Don't forget, it's the woman's body. And I totally get it. It is her body. She's the one that gets the stretch marks. She's the one that gets the breast milk coming in and hurting her chest like that, because it hurts. All that extra girth. It hurts. But it's all for a purpose, though, you see. It's not just 44, the kill number. Well, he died on April 4th. They sent them to war at 18. And they also send them to experiments by the age of 9. Cancer experiments back in the 40s. 88 folks were sent to a research facility where they were terminal already, but they dosed them with highly extreme concentrations of radiation. Patients' age ranged from 9 to 89. Or no, not 89, but 84, excuse me. But out of the patients, the 88 patients, 60% of them were black. And they were killed. They were murdered. And their painful death was cataloged. The reason why people do these weird experiments, it's not to help humanity. It's to help those who want to live forever. It's still the Chinese emperor trying to find the elixir of life. And this is the funny bit. Now, this is the punchline, guys. To show you and prove to you that none of you are God, none of you are angels, and none of you are devils. What is it for every man to do on this life, or on this planet? Every man, woman, and child. What is appointed unto them? Death. You're all going to die. Quite literally, you are all going to die, including myself, because I'm human. I am the child of God, the son of man from man. That's the reality we face. That's why so many brothers and sisters are so preoccupied with the life to come next. They never even bother exploring the life that they're inhabiting now. I wonder if a massive West Coast earthquake would trigger Yellowstone to explode. Well, Bird, one thing that would trigger Yellowstone to explode is if a huge atomic weapon was exploded below that crust. That will get it to explode. Now, why do you think they call the housing for colored folks projects experiment? Yes, brother, we're on the same page, Albert. You already know. You already know. This has been a game from Jump Street. See, another thing, sir, what you got to realize, a lot of these folks in this room, they're ex-armed forces, retired veterans. So, yeah, this is what type of a weird collage of folks that you joined into. And we're so pleased to have you and Simon and others, all the new listeners. Thank you for giving us a shot. You know, and granted, this is not a typical show. I'm super laid back right now. I'm literally laid back in my chair, sipping on water, watching the clock, and thinking to myself, what's going to happen next? We already know that they try to put missiles in Cuba. We already know they got a major Russian sub deployment in the Atlantic Ocean. We already know that China has ramped up its one carrier group, and it's a little island situation that got going on over there. Oh, you've been listening for a while? Oh, my bad. I knew I recognized your name. My bad, brother. I knew I recognized your name. Really, Negro. Now, this is a new one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Hey, my brother, I didn't mean to cause confusion the other day. I love all my people. When it's time for you to understand, you will in time do. All right, that's right on. Well, what you will see tonight into the early mornings, it ain't gonna do it for the record. The hurricane season will do the majority of damage to the East Coast and Gulf Coast coming soon. Yes. Man, you know what? If we were more organized folks, man, we could be a major think tank to give out information to these punk-ass newspapers so people will see what's happening before it even happens. Because all that's true. Listen, the 6,000 years up. The whole paradigm on political ideology and structure is coming to an end. A lot of these cats can't get that, and they don't understand that, and they're scared. And rightfully so. Because a lot of them are into very evil stuff, very dehumanizing, almost, I would say, not almost, but totally murderous type activities. And it's time for the people. It's time for the people to have true unity. Voluntarily, not forced. Not forced, because that'll never work. But have voluntary unity. And then everyone's going to be like, what? See, that part is going to seem so cool, but I'm telling you, that is fake. That's all fake. It's just going to appear to be a part of it. Unless you really are a devil-loving, God-hating person. Because the person that's going to bring all of us together is going to be the good old Antichrist. The good old one that is going to go up in that third temple and say he's the God. Turning Ollie and flooding Missouri. But yes. Yeah, but see, that is the state of this planet that we're in. I believe earthquakes, tidal waves, firestorms, ice storms, all this violent weather, all the confusion in the weather is just a manifestation of the original war that was fought between what most people would commonly say God and what most people would commonly say the devil. It was fought between those two entities and their hosts. We're just feeling the ramifications of it. I almost believe that's why time came into existence to begin with. No, it's not. Well, in other words, everything, picture the whole universe being one painting, one beautiful ass painting before the war, before the fall in heaven. Once God made us, or he made our ancestors, the painting becomes in movement now. Before, everything was in its place. Every place had its thing. But then when, I guess, if you want to call him this, the devil unleashed the possibility of the lie, the possibility of the deceptions, that's when everything started moving out of its place. And that was brings us to where we're at today. In a world that is confused, dazed, and scared. Why do you think Chinese women infiltrated Trump's Florida resorts? Probably because the computers at that resort could have some information on people who stayed there. And wasn't that resort the host of a few political functions here lately? So she was probably trying to get all that raw data. Listen, keep playing games with China. Keep thinking China is just nothing but ancient Chinese laundry secrets. Or some sort of noodle guy with some clown moves. Oh, keep thinking that. Keep thinking that they're white. They know they're not white. Now, Japanese, now them be some white folks. But the Chinese know they're not white. But keep thinking that. I've already said what's going to happen, man. Everything west of the Mississippi, China. Everything east, Russia. Now, wherever you live at, you might want to get a Rosanna stone and start brushing up on some shit. And the only reason why I say this is because we're not unified as a people. There's nothing I can say that in all your heads you'd be like, yeah, man, that's straight Americana. That's what it's about. That's something we all can be proud of. You know the reason why? Because there's a part of Americana that wants to shit on another part of Americana. And then there's part of that shitting class that would do everything in their power to ensure the people who wants to shit on the other people get a chance to shit on them. Better learn Mandarin. I don't know if they'll say that in the afterlife. Because most of this was going to happen. The population will already be devastated anyways. You know, for those who don't know, I'm going to tell you, they have biological weapons they'll be releasing. Something like 96% kill ratio, which is pretty damn good, you know, seeing how most things that are considered contagious is only like 70 or so. You can't keep thinking in terms white and black is a color. No, it is not a financial status which divides the haves from the haves-not. Amen to that, brother. That's why I like Brother Albert, man. Always puts stuff in very concise, very palatable, and very easy to understand ways. You know, they are responsible for destroying planet Earth. They will pay for it. Yes, Bird. Yes, they will. And rightfully so. This planet is your birthright. This planet is the center of the universe for humanity at this point. This planet's all we know. Definitively. But we got CERN trying to crack her open like an egg. Or at least at very best, makes it implode upon itself with some sort of micro black hole. You know, the whole notion of a micro black hole would say that this black hole is microscopic, though. But in order for it to be a black hole, it would still have to be basically sucking matter into it. So if that's true, then that means matter is being sucked into these micro black holes as we speak. Because last time I checked, There's no way of shutting down a black hole once it starts. There, you can't blow it up. We will pay too because we pay taxes and put up with it. Boom, war. Boo! Boo! Get out of here with the truth, war. Boo! Boo! What is CERN? Alexandria CERN is the Large Hadron Collider. I believe it's over in Sweden or France, one of those two. I'll punch it up here in a second. No, I take that back. War, you know, I was just joking. You know, your comments are always welcome. I just want to add some emphasis to that comment. The Earth oil was never meant to leave underground and was used for fuel. I buy that. I think the Earth oil, like any oil, was used to lubricate the rocks so that they can slide easier. Or it's a byproduct from all the biomass going into the furnace in the center of the earth. And just like any furnace, that oil coats up. It stinks. If you ever get an opportunity to go to Texas and actually smell crude oil, oh, you are in for a delight. I know, I'm just sitting back and enjoying the show. You know, we do have our resident skeptics. We have our folks. Hold on, let me punch up CERN. Now, I won't be able to play anything from YouTube, mind you, because I'm not getting no more demonetization strikes. The Large Hadron Collider, CERN.
According to Wikipedia, the Large Hadron Collider is the world's largest and most powerful particle collider and the largest machine in the world.
All right, it's the largest machine in the world, and the largest machine crushes the smallest of particles. Boy, they always love to play the duality, don't they? But that's what it looks like. Looks like something off of Star Trek, Star Wars. Some big-ass engine-looking deal. There's the tube, sends a particle down the way. We don't have nothing to lose at this point. Just our lives and souls. But other than that, you're absolutely right. You know, not too much monetary wealth around here. Look at that. That's the complex, I believe. No, here's the complex. Look how big that thing is. And it shoots particles all the way around. But yeah, that's what they want to make a black hole with. I mean, I can see that becoming a huge-ass black hole. Boom. All this land is gone. Boom. It just goes into the null space. Too much science and technology. Our life starts to die when the day we were born. Absolutely. Albert, it's almost as we're manifesting into the death of the collective universe collectively, and we don't realize it. The whole universe is dying, not just us. Everything's in a state of decay. You don't believe me? Make a sandwich. Set that sandwich on your kitchen counter and come back 2 weeks later. That shit is decaying. Everything's in a state of decay. Just a state, not an E-state or S-state, just a state. Even right now, as we're doing the show, each and every one of us is creeping closer and closer to our inevitable death. That's why I say, don't be scared, don't be sad. You know, hold on. Let me do CERN. I'm going to do GIF art. Hold on. What are you doing, baby? Yeah, that's cool. I like Catboy.
Yeah.
Oh, because you like him.
Drinking all water?
Yeah, I like water. You want to drink water?
No, that big.
I know.
I want one cookie.
Oh my God, you and a cookie. All right.
I want one.
You just want one cookie? So if I get you one cookie, you won't be like, I want more cookie. I want more cookie. Oh, I want to get a nice. Yeah, this is kind of nice little G. Yeah, this shows you how. Okay, I'll go and get you a cookie. Hold on. Let's go. Go in there. Go in there. I'm gonna get you a cookie. Here, you guys watch this while I grab her a cookie. This kind of shows you all exactly how it kind of works. And then we're coming back. And we're talking about the war for Terra. Sorry, guys, I had to grab a pickle. I buy those dill pickles in the big ass jar, like full size pickles, not even cut. I love pickles. Love sauerkraut. Really weird, really weird. But now what was I saying? Yes, I would implore you to always be careful about people talking about they can extend your life. Because you really understand what this life's about. You really realize you're in a diminished state. You really are. And when you ever, whenever you take the time to truly meditate, truly kind of see without the eyes you have, you'll start understanding that the end, from our perspective, will never come. Now, hold on. Let me, wow. I just, I'm hearing you on too much science. Because at the end of the day, the real sin is when we develop a machine that will truly think for us. Once that happens, yeah, this is outside the Hadron Collider building. It's the God of Destruction. Let's just look at this here real quick. I tried to turn off my my mic for a second because my mouth is literally watering. I can't eat this pickle without smacking. And I'm not going to have that on my show. But I am going to eat this pickle. Watch this thing real quick. I cannot. Oh my God, I'm so thirsty now. I forgot just how thirsty a pickle makes you. Set this on the table, on the blue plate. Thank you. Oh my God, it made me too thirsty. Oh, that was heaven. Or at least get a facsimile of it. Well, I'm thirsty. Okay, now let's look at this. World map globe. Okay. This is the Amero coin. I don't know, maybe I should talk about that. The whole what's that? Canada, United States, and Mexico Economic Pact, North American Union. Didn't Almighty God promise us everlasting life? Okay, let me explain to you, Bird. Can you hear me? Hello? Let me explain to you, Bird, like I did when I was a Sunday school teacher. When talking about everlasting life, one should remember you already pretty much have that anyways. What we're dealing with is the condition of that life. Will it be a life filled with pleasure and joy for eternity? Or a life filled with need and want for eternity? Most people, because they lack the mental fortitude, they're fast heading down the road of eternity of wanting and needing. Never being fulfilled, never being satisfied. But if you ask me, that is a fate kind of worse than death. I mean, think about it. If you have peace of knowing that once you finally get up out of here, Bird, it's a done deal and you're cool. Versus, can you hear me now? Hold on. Oh, shit. I don't want to waste my breath if I can't be heard. That's uncivilized. But I'm going to assume I can be heard. It's damage control. It's just damage control. Why are people scared to die? For what they believe in, if they believe in everlasting life. War, your heresy can no longer be tolerated. YouTube police, get this man and silence him. He's bringing to light some very uncomfortable realities. The fact is, war. People are scared to die because people really do not believe. They believe enough to want to have you fooled by their piety. You know, oh, brother, oh, look at Brother True Power. He is so noble and pure. But really, deep down, the brother's like, oh my God, I don't know if this is real myself, but you know what? I'm taking these gold fucking castles and all this money. All right? It's a hustle. It's a hustle. Because when I'm talking about if you know it's real or not, it don't have to be validated by nobody except for you. And then in that respect, you won't be scared of death. But when we talk about the Bishop T.J. Blakes of the world, the Bishop, Joe Osteens of the world, their prosperity relies on you constantly putting money into their plate. So, of course, they're going to come with some half-truth, but you don't want to die. Of course not. Because then the old boy had to go to work. And that's a dirty word for those people. But that was a great question. The proof's in the pudding. When all the cards are lined up and you know you're going to win, nobody in their right mind would be scared of going to any poker table in the world and sitting down and placing bets if you know every time you're going to win. Boom, boom, boom. That's a shame. We have to decode the Bible. Everyone don't have the ability. Yes. TJ Blake is paid in full. Greed is the problem, not needs or wants. Yes. Those are all valid statements. Every last one of them. Because they're true. All right. Well, it's lunchtime, guys. I got to make the girls some lunch. I just had a pickle. I'm cool. But I gotta get up. Don't do that. Don't get up there no more. Go over here and sit down on the red couch, please. I don't want you to hurt yourself. All right. Man, thank you, Bird, and everyone else for participating in the show today. Once again, I might be coming out with something later on tonight. I might have a surprise. I'm basically on standby for any time Randy Short or Dr. Short calls me. I'm just gonna go on live. I'm waiting for him to right now. He's like the proverbial Energizer, just charging up his batteries, so he can be coming anytime. We all know Judge Joe will be on the show tomorrow, and then hopefully after that it'll be Eric Ask. And he is better known as Butterbeans, the comedian. And then that's that. So, as always, everybody, live your life with integrity without hate, envy, or greed. And as always, let's try to be kinder to each other. Peace.